know it's been said time and time again that if you want to kill big deer, you got to hunt where big deer are. And staffer Jeremy Roland is in the heart of big buck country in southern Iowa. But you can't just walk in the woods and expect to kill big deer no matter where you live. And Jeremy does a great job scouting, prepping for the season, so when it rolls around, he knows he's given himself every opportunity to take a big buck.
Alright guys, we're heading up to one of my stands. There's a pretty good buck showing up. I'm not sure of his age, but if he's 4.5, I'm gonna kill him.
You know, Jeremy does a great job of making sure that he doesn't hunt with the wrong wind. He does a great job with scent control. He always has great access to his stands and he never pushes the issue. And that's why he's been so successful the last few years.
Set up all the way. I don't think it was enough light, so I let him go. I mean, he was 3 yards.
You know, killing big mature deer is what it's all about for Jeremy. And you know, to kill big mature deer, it means you gotta let a lot of those young bucks grow by letting them walk when they walk by your stand. So Jeremy's been getting some really good bucks on trail camera, and he's hoping that one of these big Iowa bucks, if he plays his cards right, he hunts smart, will give him a chance to sling an arrow in early season. You know, one of the hardest things to do is to self-film a bow hunt, and Jeremy's got a big buck coming right at his tree, and he's trying to make sure everything comes together so he can not only get an arrow in the buck, but also get it on camera. first shot was definitely low, but luckily for Jeremy, the buck only went a few yards and stopped, giving him a chance to knock another arrow.
Just put 2 holes through the wide 8. He's a 4.5, 5.5-year-old that isn't. It's a pretty nice buck. I mean, super nice. So we'll see how that wasp does on that deer. First big buck I've shot with it. So I mean, 2 of those should do it. We are at the kill site. I got my boy Paul. How old are you, buddy?
I'm 4.
Grandpa Roland's on his way to help us.
Yeah, on the kid.
Okay. Bloody, yeah. It looks like the wasp did its job. Here. See that blood?
Yeah.
Yep.
And some more blood right there.
Best part is this right here.
There!
We'll do it together! Daddy is going to go get the truck, Paul.
Got him tied on?
Yeah, he's tied. Self-filming, and this beautiful 140-inch 8-pointer came by, and he's an old bruiser. He's a 5.5-year-old. Known about him. I think I actually missed this deer last year, the last day of bow season. Got it done this year. So Mathews and the Carbon Express, the Wasp, and everything did their job. Actually brought him in with the grunt call, and got my son here, my grandpa. Just wonderful, blessed, God-given right to hunt and harvest our own food. Thanks guys for sticking with me. Last year was a hard year, and this year's turning out wonderful. So got shotgun and muzzleloader on its way.
You know, late season Iowa muzzleloader is a great time to be in the woods as well. The deer are hungry, and those food sources can be an incredible place to hunt on those cold, brutal Iowa days.
All right guys, it's been a really cold day today at work. I checked this little food plot of beans. It's just the size of a truck that the farmer left for me. Yesterday I checked cameras and they've been hammering them. Not much left, but I think there's enough there that they might come out tonight. So very good possibility. A lot of tracks is really good. It's like 10 degrees out right now with the wind chills on negative. So haven't hunted it yet this year, so this is the first time. Hopefully the only time. We're gonna sit tight and hopefully be shooting a big buck tonight.
Well, once again, Jeremy's being patient. He's letting those young bucks walk, hoping that one of these big mature bucks will step out and give him a chance to take a shot. Well, you have to be all in to hunt every set in this brutal, cold, late season muzzleloader hunting in Iowa. And Jeremy, no doubt, is all in.
Feels good to break out the night.
Well, Jeremy's got the big buck that he's after about 200 yards out in front of him, and all he has to do is get his gun up, take his time, and squeeze the trigger. Well, it was a clean miss for Jeremy, which has to be heartbreaking. I mean, he sat in this brutal cold weather for days and finally gets a chance, and he doesn't connect. But Jeremy's not going to give up. He's going to head back out and hope he gets a chance at redemption. You know, it would have been really easy for Jeremy to go ahead and try to shoot this young buck that stepped out in front of him, especially after just missing a big buck like he did. But Jeremy is after mature deer. That's what he's after, and he's committed to that. So he's letting these young bucks walk, hoping that he gets another chance at one of these big mature Iowa bucks.
Got my night. I'm in a box blind. Same blind I missed the Big 12 out of 5 days ago. So I'm gonna watch this ridge. Real heavy. I don't know how he got through that ridge. So.
You know, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and Jeremy has that same big buck that he missed just a couple nights ago stepping back out into the field, and he's hoping that this time he can connect.
The Big 12 came out. He is dead at 100 yards. That night just drilled him.
Hello?
Hey, guess who just shot a Big 12 pointer?
You did, huh?
He's dead. Done. He's dead in the field. I can see him.
That's great, honey.
I am done.
Yes! I can't believe it. I did it. I did it. That's a lot bigger than I thought he was. I mean, I knew he was a nice deer, but I did not know. Oh my gosh. That is a stud.
All right, guys. We got it done tonight, and I am just in shock at this deer. Biggest body deer I think I've ever shot, and I've shot a lot of big body deer. His horns, his antlers are just so much more than I thought they were because his body is so big. We are happy to end our 2016 season here with an awesome Iowa buck. And Paul, what do you think about the deer?
It's been massive and I think so.
That's awesome, all right.
Satan, your kingdom must come down. I heard the voice.
Well, Jeremy ended up knocking down 2 great bucks, but the season wasn't exactly easy. I mean, it was a long season. Mother Nature was brutal, but Jeremy was all in, and it paid off at the end of the year. In John chapter 21, we see Jesus. He's resurrected from death, and he's actually meeting with the disciples, and he's sitting by Peter, and he says to Peter, "Do you love me?" Which is a pretty tough question because Peter went from just a few hours before swinging a sword, trying to kill a guy, to denying Jesus 3 times.
Pray until they take kingdom down.
So Jesus went on to ask Peter that question 3 times, "Do you love me?" You see, Jesus needed to know if Peter was all in through the good and the bad. He needed to know if he was committed. You see, Jesus wasn't holding Peter's mistakes over his head. Actually, Jesus was there to restore Peter. And you know, same goes for us. Jesus doesn't hold our mistakes or our sins over our heads. Actually, He wants to restore us as well.
Kingdom down. We're gonna shout until they take kingdom down.
So the question today is, are you all in? Are you committed to Christ through the good and the bad? I want you to know that He doesn't hang your past over your head, but Jesus wants to restore you. So if we can help you in any way with your relationship with the Lord to be the man or the woman that God's called you to be, go to social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, send us a message. Let us know how we can be praying for you and encouraging you in your walk with the Lord, or go to our website and send us an email. We want to help you be all in for Christ. We hope you've enjoyed today's episode, and we'll see you next week.